Hello Earthlings, ultraviolet Ronald from the Bronx here, and I know you're looking at me like, what is that weird band on your head with a string attached to a ball? Let me explain to you. Now, this little thing, whoever created it, ingenious. If you want to build hand-eye coordination when it comes to your fists, keeping your elbows nice and tight to the body, and getting used to moving around, you can start off just like this here. You can take it slow, don't go too fast, try to stay with the punches coming out straight and being close to your body. Now, it takes time to build up to this point, but you can do this every day. You don't have to worry about doing it every other day. You can do this every single day. You can do it anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes a day. And over time, as you're doing it, you're gonna start to see things come to your face and you'll be able to react accordingly and fast enough. Say if it's a punch, if you need to evade, if you need to dodge. But that rhythm takes time. And once you get that rhythm, everything starts to become easier. And they have like 4 to 5 different levels as far as this ball attachment. It goes from pretty light to a heavy ball. And the heavy ball obviously would be for beginners. The lighter the ball, the more experience, because the faster it's going to come back when you hit it. As opposed to the heavy ball, it's going to take some time to come out and some time to come back to your face. Now, as you're doing this, just try to focus on technique, because you're not going to really have the rhythm down when you're starting out. So just like here, let it go up, and then boom, hit. Let it come back, boom, hit. And just see it come to your face and try to hit it. I know it's not going to look good when you start out. You're going to look really stiff and weird like what I'm doing right here to try to illustrate a short example. But as it starts to come to you, it only gets easier, and you can start moving around with it, acting like it's an opponent trying to hit you. You're able to block the oncoming punches or evade it and give back the onslaught, because you are not going to allow that person to dominate you. You are going to dominate that person. And I know I look a little weird right now because I never really do it with bare hands. Usually I do it with gloves on. It makes it a little bit easier to hit because my hand is a smaller target with nothing on it. So I'll say this is probably the most advanced level. And this helps you keep a closed fist upon impact, because you don't want to keep your hand open. That's not how you punch. And as everybody knows, when it comes to the fist, that is the easiest thing to break. I know that's probably funny. That is the easiest thing on your body to break in a fight. Your hand, as many people believe or think that it is, it's not made for punching, okay? So if you were to get into a street fight, any altercation, I would advise you to use your palms instead of your fist or a chop. You'd be surprised, it could do the same amount of damage, if not more damage, using those 2 tools there. But for the sake of getting the skill and the body mechanics down for punching, you're gonna keep a closed fist upon impacts and try to move around, making sure those feet do not cross, and you're hitting it, getting a rhythm, getting a rhythm, getting a rhythm. And as the rhythm comes, you can start to play around with it, switch it up. All right, go left, then go right, go back, go forward. I mean, this thing is great. And again, doing it anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes a day is excellent. You build that hand-eye coordination. You start to see things coming at your eyes in a way to where you know how to evade or get out of the way, or block if you need to. But it's always better to get out of the way if possible, if it's a kick or a punch coming towards your face. But again, you want to make sure those punches are staying straight. You want to make sure they're coming from the center line of your body and they're staying straight. So at the end of doing it, those 2 knuckles are making contact with the ball. So just like you see here, and you don't have to hit this as hard as possible. I know some of y'all may not know what the double end bag is. It's very similar to this, except it's a little bit heavier, and the string being suspended from the ceiling to the ground. The double impact is in the center. So to get that rhythm and groove can be a little bit easier because the target is much bigger. But same concept, you're just trying to get that hand-eye coordination going and getting used to something coming towards your face so you know what to do when it's about to hit you. But the thing is, you don't want it to hit you. You want to evade. You want to block if you can. But again, see like I'm doing here, make sure it's hitting those first 2 knuckles. You do 2 jabs at a time, cross. 1 jab, cross. You can do 3, cross. You can try to get into that uppercut as you get more experience, and then jab, and then right back to that cross. But the thing is, you want to stay moving, and the movement will come over time, but you want to try to stay moving, never crossing your toes, and having fun with it. That's the thing. The more fun you have with it, the easier it becomes, and the more skilled you become at doing it. Now, hopefully you got what you need to get out of this. But other than that, stay with peace and love, everyone.